What's happening, everybody? Trey here, joined by my dad, Sean, and today reactions to the classics. Got a unique song battle coming in store between some cousins. All
That's
right.
right.
We got Bruce Dickinson here with Iron Maiden, of course, one of their more famous tunes, "Run to the Hills," going against Catherine Wheel's song "Crank" from 1993, which features Rob Dickinson, who is cousin of Bruce Dickinson.
Right.
So it all kind of works together right here, man. I want to shout out our longtime friend and patron of the channel, CSN, for suggesting this unique battle for us today. And CSN brought us, he's very familiar with Catherine Wheel, and so he brought us their tune, but he kind of left up the Iron Maiden track to us. He obviously knows who Iron Maiden is, but he's not like some big fan, so he said to just do whatever track we wanted, and so I thought "Run to the Hills" would be good from
choice.
their very iconic record number of the Beast from '82. So that's what we're gonna start with today, and then we'll get Catherine Wheel on deck after that. But this track, I thought it would be good since it is the cousin battle, because it is their first single, Iron Maidens, with Bruce Dickinson as a vocalist, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And it's credited solely, interestingly enough, to the bassist, Steve Harris, because Bruce's contribution couldn't be credited due to a contractual agreement with his former band, Samson. This remains one of their most popular songs. And VH1 ranked it 27 on their list of the 40 greatest metal songs ever, and 14 on their list of the greatest hard rock songs ever. Has an interesting theme and story to it, Trey.
Yeah, it's no light fare right here, man. It documents the colonization of the Americas, first by Europeans and then by Americans, but it's from the perspective of the Cree Indian people. So that's going to be interesting. The opening verse is from the perspective of the Cree, and also, as it goes on, second verse is from the perspective of a U.S. cavalry soldier, talking about the American Indian Wars, and then third verse is not from the perspective of anyone, but harshly condemns the effects of American expansionism on Native Americans. So, gonna be a heavy jam right here. I've listened to this record before and quite enjoyed it, but it's been a while. There's been a lot of music in between there. So
and I've never heard it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the lyrics pulled up, man, and then Catherine Wheel will be waiting on deck. Great drum fills up in here too, man. Be Maiden track without a killer solo right here. Run to the hills. Don't quite have the vocal range that Bruce does
At least
on
you
that.
gave it a shot, man.
But yeah, man. Very interesting as well for a UK band to kind of attack this from. But I know they did note some of the European influence as well, of course. But not holding anything back here, and yet still kind of had kept that staple Iron Maiden type of sound in there.
I thought the same thing. Fantastic drumming and obviously a great guitar solo in there. But a really interesting song. Just coming from. The Indian talks about, the Cree talks about the white man coming across the sea, basically killed everybody. We fought him hard. We fought him well out on the plains. We gave him hell. But many came, too much for Cree. Oh, will we ever be set free? And then the U.S. cavalryman's talking about, kind of doing all this bad stuff, murder for freedom, the stab in the back, women and children are cowards, attack, run to the hills, run for your lives. I think this comes to, you got to say it, right? We live in the United States right now. Over the last several years, we fought to, keep immigrants out and talking about this is our country. And I always go back to this is not our country.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Cree's country. We came and invaded the country and took it. So it's not our right to say who needs to be here and who doesn't. But a great song, great choice by you making the call.
No, man, I'm glad that we ended up going with this one just because, it does bring up those good discussion points. On top of being, I thought the rhythm section, I thought the drum fills by Clive here were really good. I know it's a lot of people's favorite Maiden record. I prefer one of their later works, Seventh Son. But Seventh Son, get a little bit more progressive in there, but it's still a great album on here, and this song is a big reason why, in my opinion, man. So. Shout out to old Bruce Dickinson right there. But now we're gonna switch gears, go to his cousin from Catherine Wheel. We got the song Crank right here from 1993, the record Chrome. Catherine Wheel, an English alternative rock band, active from 1990 to 2000, releasing 5 records and had a lot of lengthy tours experimenting fluctuating levels of commercial success. But it composes of Rob Dickinson, who's a singer-songwriter, guitarist. Also has another guitarist, Brian Feuder, bassist David Haas, and drummer Neil Sims.
Yeah, and they took their moniker from the firework known as a Catherine's Wheel, which in turn, of course, had taken it from the medieval torture device of the same name, but they actually said they took it from the firework, not the medieval torture. I would have went with the medieval torture device, even if it was. This was their lead single off this album. Went to 66, I should say, in the UK, but went to 5 on the US modern rock tracks.
CSN, I'm just going to quote from him because he has some good insight on this too. He says, I've seen Rob with his band Catherine Wheel opening up for the Charlatans in the UK in the early 90s. Okay. He was also has a passion for the mechanical that he parlayed into his current full-time occupation as founder, designer, builder of Singer Vehicle Designs reimagined Porsches.
Oh.
Starting with a 90s air-cooled 911, the tub and panels are rebuilt out of carbon fiber. Many other parts are machined out of lighter weight magnesium or aluminum. Even the gas cap is a work of art. These are now the most sought-after Porsches, selling for over 500,000. So probably a little more than the royalty checks that Catherine Wheel are giving him, huh?
Yeah, and they have a new line of limited production watches that sell for around $75,000. Rolex, eat your heart out.
Ooh, absolutely. Wow, astounding. So yeah, I don't think he's hurting for any dough here. But let's check out Crank. Loving the guitar work on this one, too.
Yeah, man.
Swirling nature just getting louder as the song's going on. Works well. Catherine Wheel bringing it here with Crank. Quite enjoyed this one, Dad. Had a bit of a shoegaze-like sound in the guitar work, especially, and that was a highlight for me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you mentioned during the song that I thought the vocals were nice as well, and just almost the harmonies in there on the chorus a little bit to build it up as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, exactly what the song is about. It doesn't really matter, but it had a really pleasant sound to it, and just man.
Oh, and I'm jealous of CSN, man. I'm sure seeing them live and in that early,
this is the
90s
kind of music
sphere,
that would have been fantastic. Yeah,
just had that good kind of alt rock type of sound that I enjoy so much, especially from that 90s decade right here. And I know a few people have mentioned Catherine Wheel before, and I really do got to check them out, man. It's with this song in particular, got me intrigued. That's for sure, man. So all that to say, the battle of the Dickinson cousins right here. What do you got, Dad? Or I can even go first. We got Run to the Hills, Iron Maiden, Crank.
Yeah, I've got an interesting take on it, so I'm going to let you go first.
Ooh, okay, so I am going to go. I mean, I will say I really enjoyed both these tracks. So cheers to CSN and cheers to me for choosing Run to the Hills. And I'm going to go, even though the type of music I gravitate to normally is more kind of in that Catherine Wheel vein. I'm going Run to the Hills by Maiden. I think just the I think that Dave Murray solo, I thought the rhythm section was great, and just the story itself, and just Bruce's vocals are so powerful, theatrical at points that I thought it went well to kind of the story that they were telling.
Yeah, and I run into this issue at times on this channel. It's not an issue, but it's what you run into when you do this and you're subjectively grading music when we're doing album reactions and that sort of stuff, and when you're picking winners of battles. So I'm also going with the Maiden track. This is the caveat I'll say. Objectively, that's the best song. Subjectively, I'd listen to Catherine's Wheel 10 times before I'd listen to that Maiden song again. Nothing against the Maiden song, but I just love the sound of the Catherine Wheel. But I understand the Maiden's the better song. I actually personally prefer Crank by Catherine's Wheel more, but that's kind of what we deal with too when we grade albums. There's certain albums I grade sky high that I'd never listen to again. Other albums that I know aren't sky high because of nostalgia purposes for me. I love them. But so that's my long answer to that. Great battle by CSN, and yes, Trey, and you as well. But if you'd like to support us in any way, as CSN does, check out the Patreon link below, or the Patreon link on the end screen. We do a battle for your reaction, whatever you would like.
And until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and we will see you.